May it please the court, my name is Madeline Bowman and I represent the American Civil Liberties Union. I am here to argue that Sam's student had his rights violated by not being able to punish the cartoon in question. The cartoon in question and I'll display it for you, Your Honor, um, simply is an expression of Sam's ideas about coronavirus. And in America, people are allowed to give their opinions and to have it published because we have the First Amendment. The First Amendment says that you have a right to express yourself. That doesn't matter where you are. If it's on a college campus, if it's in the middle of, well, not maybe the middle of the street, but on the street corner, we have had a long tradition of protecting rights. Um, in fact, the First Amendment is considered to be a fundamental right. It has been incorporated by the Supreme Court, and they have said that it is very important that it not be abridged. In Near versus Minnesota, in fact, the court said that the freedom of the press and the right not to have your rights taken away is fundamental. And it is so fundamental that they can't even allow states to do it. And if they can't allow states to do it, they shouldn't allow college campuses to do it either. In the Pentagon Papers case, New York Times versus Nixon, or U.S. versus Nixon, no, New York Times versus Nixon, the court said that even when the source is questionable, we still do not want to allow powers to take away. We still do not want to allow the people in government power to take away freedom of the press. And in that instance, this was stolen material. This is not stolen material. This is just material that the president of the college just didn't like. That is not enough to allow the school or the president to take away Mr. Student's freedom of speech or freedom of expression or freedom of the press. Now, there may be some arguments that this is school, and in so being, that there are reduced rights. And I would just point the court to the Tinker case. The Tinker case says that even in schools, and this was secondary school, not college, but even in schools, people still have their constitutional right to freedom of speech, freedom of political speech. In that case, a young lady wore a black armband to protest the Vietnam War and was expelled. And they said that there was no reason, that this was the Warren Court, but they said that there was no reason to take away her constitutional right to freedom of expression as long as it did not cause a disturbance. Now, certainly, this cartoon would in no way cause a disturbance. And there are many cases, including the Tarrant County College case versus Smith, where community colleges have gotten in trouble because they tried to take away rights or create certain places where you could speak about things, and you just cannot have those kinds of restrictions on college campuses. This is not a high school, but if you're going to give high school students those types of liberties, then certainly you should be able to give them to college students. For these reasons, we would ask that the court rule that Sam Student can publish this article, that the president was wrong to block it. Sam Student should get his $250 and should be able to be on the staff of the school newspaper. Thank you very much.